Okay, retake. So Julie Cruz has been my boss babe idol for so long, ever since I started, heard who she was. She's like the recruiting rock star. Everyone knows who she is. And I could not believe that she had asked me to do an LP training on her page and so graciously volunteered to do a training for us to, I don't know, repay the favor. So she's here because she's just a wonderful human being and willing to share all her secret tips with us. And so a little bit about Julie. She's a national executive director for Threefold United. That's her team, your team name, right, Julie?
Yeah.
Okay. She joined in 2008, and this year was #2 enroller for the company, and last year #1 enroller for the company. So that's a huge freaking deal, especially knowing that she only just joined in 2018. So I'm so thrilled that she's here to give us her tips and that you're all joining to watch. Take it away, Julie.
Okay. I'm going to admit people while we're in here. Okay. So I'm going to mute you because your computer has feedback. So,
okay.
Sorry. Okay. Hi guys, that was a nice welcome. I'm probably going to go a little bit more into my story because I think it has a lot to do with recruiting when you start to hear people's stories. But before that, I want you guys to be interactive with this and use the chat feature and tell me, and this is something I asked my team and I'll tell you some of their responses in a second. Why did you join Color Street? I'm not talking about your why, thing that people talk about, the why that makes you cry, like what your drive is for being with Color Street. I'm talking about on the day that you actually pressed join, what was it that pushed you over the edge? I want specifics. Was it someone's post that you saw that you decided you wanted to do this or reach out to them and talk to them about it? Was it a party that you were a part of? Was it whatever it is? Think about your story and what was the thing that pushed you over the edge to make you join. I asked my team that today, which I should have had my Facebook up this whole time. I'm going to go to my team page because I was like, you know what? I'm just going to ask them. And that's my thing. You guys, whenever I'm trying to do a training or trying to like figure out what makes my team tick, I'm always doing a poll or like some sort of interactive post with my team to try and figure out why they do what they do. And so I asked, sorry, my husband's working out in the garage right here. And so you're going to hear like slamming doors because my children will go in 5,000 times. Okay, so this is what I posted in my team page today. I said, I'm curious, when you decided to take the plunge and become a stylist, the person you decided to join with, what did they do to help you make your decision? So think about that. Did they make a post on their personal page that you really loved? Did they ask you if you wanted to be a stylist? Did they ask? Okay, think about that. Tell me. Did you decide on your own because you love the product? Did you watch a video of someone? Be specific. Tell me why you joined and what actually pushed you over the edge. Like, be as specific as you can. And I'm going to give you guys a second to just start telling me. Okay. So Lindsay said to support her habit. So be more specific. Tell me, like, when you decided to join, what was it? Like, how did you start your habit? Who was the first person that talked to you about it? Like, think about all of those things. Charlotte said, I bought too much and it was easier to just join. My aunt gave me a push off the cliff. Nice. Kayla, the discount on these awesome nails because I loved them. Okay. So think more about like deeper. Okay. Think deeper. I want you to really be like visualizing what your story is and then remembering your story and what other people are saying. I'll bring it back around. Don't worry. Celeste said, same, to support my habit and extra income from the family. So Tiffany said, my host party was more successful than I thought it would be, so I decided to try it out. So that's a good one, guys. Think about, so that's like what I'm talking about, being specific. COVID just happened and I needed something to challenge me besides being a stay-at-home mom. Okay, so did you, Gina, then did you like seek out Color Street? How did you even find Color Street? I want to know all the juicy details, you guys. I want to know exactly what it was that was like, okay, I'm doing this. And I'm not saying that some of you didn't like, join just because you love the nails, but there's something deeper behind that decision that you made that I want you to really think about. Mariah said, my friends actually were really active in my party and ordered a lot. That was me too. I'll go into my story. Lindsay said, Tiffany's posts in her group kept me intrigued. I wanted to support my habit, and seeing her consistently post to encourage it finally got me. Do you guys hear that? Are you guys listening to that? That's a great thing. So Tiffany's posts inside of her group kept me intrigued. I wanted to support my habit, and seeing her consistently post to encourage it finally got me. That is not saying that Tiffany sent her a message. It seems like that's just from Tiffany posting in her VIP group. Okay, so keep thinking about that. Okay, wanted to support my habit. Those are great, but think about that actual reason like that made you press that join button. Okay, hopefully that's making sense. I love Color Street for a couple of years. Went to a party and my friend / stylist asked me to join in a personal message. Then she suggested it again a couple of weeks later. Sierra, why don't you tell us who your stylist is? She's probably on this team, okay? So tell us who that was because they're doing something right. I'm telling you that.
She's here.
Okay.
Deborah
is doing something right, okay?
And she is building a team.
Yes.
And she's doing a great job with it.
So I'm going to go into it more and tell you guys like why I'm asking you this question. But first, I just want you to think about your own story, because most of the time people ask me questions about recruiting and they just want the 5-step answer of this is what you do, this is how you get people to join you. But you guys, it is so much bigger than that. And if you can understand what made you decide to jump over the edge and join, you are more apt to speak to the same people who are going to join you. Okay. I'm going to read a couple more and then I'll go into more. I saw stylists making awesome purchases and doing fun trips with their families. Okay. So you saw posts from people. I admit one more person. My upline told me how much commission I could have made off my hostess party. Smart. She was a smart one. And that's one thing I was going to talk about today is flipping your hostess. But you can't flip a hostess if you're not having parties, friends. Okay. We're going to get real today. Tari, I think, asking me constantly to book a party or to join her team. And I finally decided, what the hell, let's do it. Okay. Okay. We're seeing a theme here. We're seeing a theme. And some of the girls on my team, you guys, the common theme that I was actually shocked. I didn't think that I thought the first thing would be like, I love the nails, like what you guys were saying. But I would say 85% of the people who posted on my team page said someone asked them personally. Okay. I'm going to read a couple from, I get like 1,000 messages a day. So just ignore the dings. And I went over and I was like, you know, tagging all the girls that were part of my team, like, see, you asked, a good job. Like you're doing it, you know, like, so anyway, I would encourage you, Tiffany, to do this in your team page too. One person said nothing because I didn't even talk to them. I just signed up. There are people like that, you guys. There are people like that. It's happened to me. Okay. This was a good one too. I think I caught this person's post by surprise. I don't remember seeing any post on her page. Okay. That was one thing that stood out to me. Like, oh, okay. Okay. Not that she was calling her out in a bad way, but she's like, I don't remember her ever posting. That's to me not a good sign either. Okay. So I'm just wanting your wheels to start spinning, and I can give Tiffany the comments that you guys are all posting. I trusted her. That's a good one. I trusted the leap, being that my stylist was my oldest sister. So you trusted the person that you're joining with. Okay. My husband and I just decided that we were going to do a second adoption. The first time I tried Color Street from my sister-in-law's party, never heard of it. So figured I could sell it because it was so amazing the first time I used it. Okay. So that's pretty much my story too. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about me, maybe a little bit more than you want to know, but it's okay. I want you to see the longevity of this whole thing. So people see my success now. Oh, Julie Cruz, #1, #2 enroller, national executive director in like a year and a half? Like, well, how did she do it? And I want you guys to know that when you're like looking at people who are seeing massive success, nothing of that comes overnight. There are some people like Ashley South, I don't know, like maybe hers came overnight, but most people don't have that sort of success overnight. And so when you're looking at people like that, in your head, you're thinking, gosh, they didn't even have to try. I've heard that people tell me that, like, they just come to you, Julie, you don't even have to try. I'm like, okay, but let me like explain to you how my success was 5 years in the making. You know, it wasn't like an overnight success kind of story. So, and I don't even know like the time frame. I should probably think on this a little bit more, but I think it was at least 5 or 6 years ago. I have 4 kids. They are now ages 14, 13, and then 10-year-old twins. When the twins were really young, I became a stay-at-home mom before the twins were born. And all of a sudden I went from working all the time to being home all the time. And I kind of had this like longing to have something that was mine, right? I didn't have anything that was mine except for being a mom, which is great. I love being a mom, but I had 4 young kids, 4 and under, okay, with me at home all the time by the time the twins were born. And I felt like this need to do something, but I didn't know what. So for Christmas one year, this was when like mason jars were the rage, you know, I made a bunch of mason jars with like labels for my family. They had mason jar tumblers, okay, with straw and a little lid, and it was so cute. And everybody loved them that I gave them to for Christmas. And I was like, maybe I could make something of this. And so I created a company called House of Jars. And I sold primarily through Instagram, and it became successful quick. Instagram at that time was like booming. People, if you were selling a product, people wanted it from Instagram. I also had an Etsy shop, but most of my sales and all of the marketing came through House of Jars. So I learned at that time how to really take care of a customer, truly, how to get to know someone, how to take care of what like their needs are as a customer. If something went wrong, how to take care of them. So I learned all that. It became really successful really fast. And I soon was no longer this stay-at-home mom. I was working like 18-hour days, literally making mason jar tumblers all day, every day, never seeing my family. And it was hard though, because I felt like I finally had this thing that was mine, right? Like, oh, it's mine. I feel like I have this identity in something that is something I've created. I'm proud of it. But I was like working myself to death. I never came out of my office. It was crazy. And then I was gaining weight too, because I was just sitting around not doing anything, which is sort of like what's happening right now. But I digress. Anyway. So that is my first dabble into like social media, people getting to know me, like having a Instagram. And I'm getting distracted by messages that people are sending me. So let me close my Facebook. Okay. So that is where I started. Okay, you guys. So by the time I was done with House of Jars, I had over 10,000 followers on that Instagram that I didn't really talk to after that. When I sold House of Jars to to a friend, and she took it over. And then, so enter network marketing company number 1. Okay. And it was health related, which was so different for me. And so I found myself being consistent about posting on my personal Facebook page and in my Instagram all the time, sharing my stories, sharing my journey, sharing all the stuff. I worked really hard with that company, and I didn't see the fruit of that hard work. And I stayed there for 2 years. And I felt like I was doing all the right things, teaching all the right things, doing all the things, but I just couldn't get people to like stick, you know, like I couldn't get people to join me. I couldn't get it to work. And I wasn't looking for something else, but I started doing the keto diet. And so this other company kind of just fell in line with that. So I started doing that instead. What I experienced when I left that first company and went to the second company was horrific. The way people treated me. I can laugh about it now, but it was really hard in that time. So between that, what I learned at that first company and what I learned transitioning to the second really sticks with me. And I learned how to treat people, how to not treat people. Okay. And all the while still retaining those customers and friends that I met through House of Jars. Okay. Through all of these things. And then I wasn't even looking for Color Street when Color Street found me. My little sister had back in the day done Jamberry. And so she was hosting a party. And in my head, I was like, but it's just going to be like Jamberry. I'm out. Like, I don't want to do that. Like I did, but being a nice sister, my little sister, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna, I mean, they're buy 3, get 1 free. Like I might as well buy 4 and just see what the fuss is all about. I didn't watch a single video. I didn't pay attention to the party at all. I just purchased the nail sets. They came in. I didn't read the package. I didn't do anything. Like I'm the worst customer you could possibly have. I ripped open the package and it was Tokyo Lights because I'm like, oh, that's cute. Actually, I tried at the plaza first and it was a hot mess. But I've opened up Tokyo Lights without any videos, which is why today I do a crap load of videos because I feel like people need to see how these are applied. And I cut the nail strip in half. I didn't take off the cover. I cut the nail strip in half and I'm trying to put it on my nail and I'm like calling my sister like, you're a total liar. Like these are not good. I don't know why you think these are so good. It looks just like Jamberry. It's wrinkling all over. Like I can't believe. She was like, did you take off the top cover? And I was like, oh no, I didn't. And then I put the second time I put it on without doing all the crazy stuff. And I remember looking down at my hands and thinking, I think I even said it out loud, like, oh my gosh, I can't ignore this. Because prior to that, I had 4 kids. I probably went to the nail salon like once a year, if I was lucky. And I never did. But when my husband would ask me like, what makes you feel pretty? What makes you feel put together? I would say, having my nails done. And so when I put those on and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that myself. It turned something inside my brain like, crap, I'm going to have to do this. Like, what are people going to think? I have done 2 other health related industries and I had House of Jars. Now I'm going to be doing nail polish. And I was scared out of my mind to do it. But I was like, okay, let's host a party. Because the person who I was hosting the party with, who my sister had hosted the party with, did not mention at all that I had the opportunity to join before I was doing the party. That's thought number 1. Okay. So I have like $683 in orders in like the first 2 days. And then I'm like, let's just sign up. Why not? And so I did. I didn't think about, at the time, I didn't think about who I was joining with. I didn't think anything about any of that stuff. I just was like, oh, she was doing an international adoption. I'm like, I could probably help her. Let's just do it. I also wasn't thinking this was going to be anything for me. I thought my friends are liking this nail polish, so I might as well be the person that they buy it from instead of someone else. I wasn't anticipating that it would explode the way it did. Okay. So I bonus qualified. I got like to the last jump start within my first 30 days after missing out on all that volume from the beginning party. So that's one thing that to say, and I have that in my notes, but like, you guys tell your hostesses before their parties that they have the opportunity. The worst that can happen is they say, no, let's just do the link normal. The best thing that can happen is they say, okay, let's give it a shot. Either way you're hosting, in my opinion, it's a win-win. So anyway, I even remember afterwards asking her, I'm like, how come you never told me that I could have joined as a stylist before like the party started? And she was like, I didn't want to be pushy. I didn't want to be like spammy, and I didn't want you to think I was being weird. And I'm like, I had already been showing you that I was like thinking about this, like why didn't you do it? And so that really like was something that stuck with me and made me think like, I'm not going to be too scared to ask people to join me, because if I am, someone else is not. So let me say that again. If you guys are not brave enough to ask someone to join you in this business, someone else will be, and it will probably be me. I'm just saying. Okay. And if you know me at all in person, or if you met me at like at conference or anything, you know, I'm like shy and not super outgoing in person. But when I get online, I don't know, something comes out and I feel like confident and all of that. So those are all the things, all those comments and all those responses that you guys posted here, the real deep reasons what it was that, like, if you really think about it, there is something that said, I'm going to do this. And that click for me was seeing all my friends inside that party, ordering all this stuff and thinking like, I guess they really do like this. Why should I not? And so I just did it. You know, she didn't ask me. she didn't, there was really nothing that she did that made me want to join her. And I should have thought about that, but it's okay. I'm not trying to talk bad about her. So not that you know who she is, but anyway, let me take a sip. But I think it's important for you to remember why you joined and what it was that pushed you over the edge, because I promise there are people who are thinking about it today that you don't even realize, and they will want to join you. So 2 days ago, I don't know what it is about this month. I think honestly, you guys, the things that you are doing consistently in your business today, you may not see the growth or the fruit of that labor right now, but you will see it in 2 months. And 2 months ago, I was in my inbox like, you guys, I was like, could not get someone to join me for the life of me. And I was like, I have got to get Circle of Excellence. What the heck? And so I was messaging all kinds of people. And 2 months ago really was in my inbox. And I have 5 people who've joined me this month and 1 more who's coming tonight. And then another person asked me like for more information later to call after this. And I'm like, what is happening? And it really, I think it's because 2 months ago, I was like, I promise you, whatever you did 2 months ago is what it is. So that's probably more of my story than you wanted to know. But I think it's important for you guys to understand where I came from to see why I have success now. I have remained consistent since House of Jars. I have remained consistent on my personal, we're going to talk about this, my personal Facebook page every day since House of Jars. Okay. I have had VIP groups of some sort since then. I didn't have a VIP group for House of Jars, but my Instagram was kind of that. And the consistent part is what I think is so important. The thing that people get caught up in their brain about, and I haven't looked at my notes yet, but I'll probably go back and see that I missed something. I don't know. The thing that I think people get caught up on, and you are probably thinking in your head right now, I don't want people to think I'm spammy. But I'm too scared to go post on my personal page because they're going to think I'm just selling them something. You guys. Okay. The girl who joined me yesterday, I went to high school with her. I haven't really talked to her since high school, to be honest with you. She married a guy who went to high school with us. And the other night I was on, I do these like my lashes. I'm getting like really obsessed. I need to chill out. But so I was in this like Lashify Life group, and I was watching this live video that the owner had going. And I saw this girl was on the video at the same time. And I was like, that's crazy. I should send her a message. And you know, when those little things in your brain like come, you need to do it. Okay. But I didn't. But that night, because she saw me live too, she sent me a message. And what she said was like, I have been watching you. I just went back and I read like months and months of your story. I feel like I totally know you. I feel like I understand what you do with your business, and I really want to join you. And I was like, what? Like, I had no idea that she was thinking about this. She's never tried Color Street. She's never tried Color Street from me. And then she was like, can we talk on the phone? The next day I talked to her on the phone, and then she's joined yesterday. So what does that tell you, friends? If you are not sharing who you are, sharing your personal journey, sharing Color Street on your personal page, people don't know that you're doing this, and they're never going to join you if they don't know. Okay. So I'm going to show you my personal Facebook page in a second, because I want to challenge you guys to do something that I call a 7-second scroll. And if you've watched any of my recruiting videos in the past, I talk about a 7-second scroll, and I think it's important. Now I'm going to show you my personal page, and I have not done a 7-second scroll on my page, and I don't have any idea what I've posted, but for the most part, I want you on your personal pages, and I'm serious, you guys. You're going to have to do a challenge, Tiffany, or something, because you need it too. I am serious about this. You need to be posting on your personal page every day. Every day. Now, do I want you to be talking about Color Street all the time, every day, no. Okay. There is something called the pillars, and I call it 5 pillars. Really, it's just about you thinking about things that make you you, things that you love, things that define who you are. So Color Street might be one of them. You're a Color Street stylist. That might be one thing that you love, right? But what else? Like for me, family, God, my Ray Dunn, like addiction, like straight up Ray Dunn. What else? I don't know, whatever it is that defines you. Now I want you to break up your personal post. You guys, public, personal, page. Say it with me. I want you to break up, and I see like you guys like, okay, like I'm so scared, but I'm telling you it works. I want you to dig deep here. If you were part of the conference last year, you heard Kendra Hall, I think, speak about storytelling. And I think it is so important for people to get to know, like, and trust you. If someone feels like they know, like, and trust you, they will want to join whatever you're doing. I can post about hairspray that I use and people will go buy it. I can post about whatever it is and people will go buy it because I like it and they know, like, and trust me. Because I have been consistent on my personal page and in my social media for 6 years now. Okay. You have to start somewhere. Okay. So I usually try and put, post to my family or like something funny or like posting my Ray Dunn. And then I'll throw in a nail post. How many of you, and tell me in the chat and be honest, how many of you have gone live on your personal page and done a nail application on your personal page? It's going to be interesting. Okay, guys, your challenge. Aren't you so glad you got on this call today? Your challenge this week by Sunday is to go live on your personal Facebook page and do a live application. Or if you're freaking out, do like some sort of application that you can do Tuesday. Okay. I want you to introduce yourself, talk about a little bit about your Color Street journey, share what Color Street is, show exactly how you apply these. It doesn't have to be perfect. I guarantee you will get people asking you to try the nail polish. You'll get sample requests. You're going to get people who come into your VIP group, which isn't that the whole point of this business? Getting new customers inside of our VIP group who want to host parties, who want to join us. And that you're never going to get more of those people into your VIP group unless you are trying to ask for more people. Okay. You have to do it. Okay. Don't hate me. It's going to work. I promise. So only unboxing, that's still good, but I think people need to see exactly how these work. They need to see you pull that cover off. They need to see you pull the nail polish off. They need to see it. Okay. I had a girl on my team the other day because, we're kind of like, we came off these, I feel like I'm talking forever, but it's okay. We came off these like super high months. Okay. In the middle of the summer, July, August were like huge months. And then we come off of that and we come into like the last few months, which have been like admittedly a little bit slower. And so I've had a lot of girls leaders who have been messaging me like, I don't like the things that I was doing in those months aren't working right now. And you guys, the truth is in August and July, we didn't have to really do much. People were coming to us because they needed nail polish. If they knew we were selling nail polish, they needed it because nobody was selling it. They couldn't go to a salon. Everybody needed it, right? And so I think we got a little bit lax in our needing to tell people about it because we were so like, people were coming out of the woodwork. And so I asked that girl, because if you know me at all, I start to just ask questions instead of giving advice. I just ask questions. And I said, well, when was the last time you went live on your personal page and showed an application? And she said, I've never done that. I said, okay, well, then you're going to do that this week. And so she did. And I have to follow up with her because I'm not sure how that all worked out, but she actually did it, you guys. And I know that it is terrifying. You can share that live. I see people's faces. You can share the live video from your personal page to your VIP group. Okay. But make sure that it is on your personal page. Public is in my opinion, is best because people can share it if they need to. Okay. Tiffany, I know you're freaking out. You asked me to do this though, so. Okay. I wasn't even gonna, that's just freebie, guys. That was a whole freebie, not even part of my thing, but I feel like we know each other. Okay. So the best thing that I can say is you have to be consistent. So I'm going to show you my screen. You guys are so funny. Okay. I'm not saying my personal page is going to be perfect because I don't even know what I've been posting. Let's be real. But I know I have been posting because I am very consistent about it. So let's see what do I share? Oh, this, here we go. Can you guys see this screen? Okay. Here's my personal page. You can, or you don't have to, or you can put what you are here. Okay. Let's just do a quick scroll of my Facebook page. And in the comments, you can tell me what you see. Let me move this. Okay. I'm going to go kind of slow. So there's a story about me having twins 11 years ago, and a story about how the doctor told me one of them would be reabsorbed, and he thought he was being, I don't know what he was thinking. My little sister's birthday, the one who introduced me to Colorstry, is today. So, and I have a twin sister in case you guys were wondering. Okay, so family post, I would say both those are probably like on the personal side. Let's see what else I've posted. Oh, yes. I think it's not political, but it's probably funny. And I'm sick of the stinking text messages. And it got a lot of comments, just so we know. Okay, so just, you know, something. I don't usually put 2 of these things in a row, but you never know what you're going to find. I drank one of those energy drinks and it was not fun. Okay, so then someone tagged me. She is a senior director on my team and she has $750 in volume. Awesome. She tagged me. This amazing setup that I have right now that my husband did for me. So I did that. Okay. Have I even posted about nails yet? Nope. Okay. Now, 5 days ago, I did a post that I would probably call a business blessing, but I really didn't go that much into the specifics. I didn't tell like what my actual income is. I just talked a little bit about the blessings of the business. Okay. But this is long. It takes me an hour to post these things because I'm really thinking about like my own story and what I can say about this. Okay. So we're really digging deep here. This is probably the first Colorstry post that you've seen. Okay. Amazon Prime Day, where I went a little bit nuts on the nail envy. Okay. And I mean, the comments, people are like, you know, you don't have to overthink your post, friends. You just have to post. Another business blessing-ish post that's not really though. It's just telling a little bit more about who I am, what I did after I graduated high school, a little bit more about my mistakes, my leadership. So really this isn't even about Colorstry at all. It's just about me. Okay. It's about who I am, what I've done, those things. Okay. I didn't even ask, will you join me? I didn't do anything like that. I shared about this. I like to share things that I love. So I'm telling you to shave your face. And if you don't shave your face, you should. Something funny. Okay. I haven't even posted a nail fee, guys. There's not a single nail fee on here. Let's be real for 1 second. So stop freaking yourself out. This is funny. And if you don't laugh, then there's something wrong. Okay. Here is a nail fee. Now we see a nail fee. Did I say buy this nail fee, this nail polish set? Really? I didn't say anything like that, but I did post in the comments. I think I posted the comments if people wanted it. Oh no, see, I didn't even post it in the comments, but there we go. Oh, now we're seeing some right on, but we see the nails too a little bit. just a little peek, but there's really not talking about it. I'm just like subtly putting it in there. Oh, that was a sad story about my sister who lost her baby 10 years ago. Then I talk more about like my nails, right? I give my little link talking about nails. So I guess in 7 seconds, which is long, this is way longer than 7 seconds. How many times did you see me talking about Color Street? And how many times did you see me posting about something else? That's what I want you guys to see here. I think we're so scared to inundate our friends and family with posts about Color Street and being spammy that we just stop posting on our personal page at all because we're too scared, right? But when you scroll this, does it seem like I'm being spammy? Does it seem like I'm being gross about it? Am I like in your face about what I'm posting? Oh, there's a Color Street post. When I did the live for you guys, my Ray done. Okay, so that is when you're going 7 seconds on yours. So this is what I want you guys to do too. So don't you love being on calls with me because I just make you do a bunch of things. So within this week, I want you to find someone else that is part of your team, and or maybe even have a post on your team page, Tiffany, that says like, someone do a 7 second scroll. And you guys have got to be very honest, kind, but honest about what you're seeing on each other's pages, and give some critical but constructive feedback. Like maybe, like tell me what you guys would have rather seen on my personal page, okay? Like maybe if I scroll your page and literally all I see are nail fees, I might tell you, I need to know a little bit more about who you are. People need to know, like, and trust you before they're ever going to purchase from you, but they can't know, like, and trust you if you're not posting, right? You're never going to get more people in your funnel, more people coming to your VIP group. You're never going to get more people wanting to try this product if you're not sharing it publicly. Don't hate me. Okay. So be consistent. Host parties. That's another thing. Okay. You're never going to have, like, the majority of the people that sign up with me have either been hosts of a party or customers from a party that came to my VIP group because of it. The majority of them, or my personal page. I even had a couple from YouTube. That was different. Flip your hostesses. Okay. This is one. You guys have to ask people to join you. If there's someone, and every single one of us can think right now of our best or one of our best customers who purchases every time we post or wants these nail strips every single time. When was the last time you just said, have you ever considered joining me as a stylist? I think you'd be amazing. We overthink everything in our lives and everything in our business. But really, I have 2 girls on my team today who have been with me since like the very first few weeks, who I had to just be brave enough to be like, I think you'd be awesome. Let's learn this together. Would you like to join me? And I would have never known. They may not have ever been stylist if I wasn't brave enough to ask. So you have to be able to ask and follow up with people that you have already asked. Okay, what's the worst that can happen? They say no. That's okay. They're still going to buy nails from you. They're going to still be an amazing customer. There's nothing's going to change for that. Like, the worst that can happen is that they say no. Who cares? Never stop being a student. I think that is one thing that I really pride myself on. I love to be listening to personal development like throughout the day. I love to be like re-listening to old trainings. I'm never going to get so big that I don't want to try and learn more things. Okay. So if you're having trouble in your business, find trainings. This is your business at the end of the day. It is not mine. It's not Tiffany's. It's not the person who enrolled you. My success is solely because I decided to do something about it. Okay. My enroller can't take any of the credit for the success. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean she didn't help. So like, she can't take that kind of credit. I went out and looked at Google. I searched for videos. I searched for things that I wanted because I wanted this to work. So make sure that you're going on the app and trying to find new trainings or listening to old Tuesday trainings or whatever it is. Make sure that you're sharing your story. I know that it's scary, you guys, to share your story on your personal page. But I promise you that there is someone out there who is going through the same exact thing that you are right now, whatever it is, and they need to hear from you. And they're looking for you to be that voice for them. And they don't even know that they need it from you, but they do. And it doesn't have to be about nails, but you know what's going to happen? When you post that long post about how your sister lost her baby when they were born because the midwife cut the stinking umbilical cord before. It's like when you go deep into a story that is about your personal life, someone is reading that story and relating to that story. And you know what's going to happen? The next time you post a nail feed and they see it, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I feel like I connected with her on that last post. Okay, I trust her. I'm gonna try that nail polish. But they're never going to hear it from you unless you post, okay? Okay. Also use the email. Do you guys use your email from the back office? Do you guys email your customers? Do you know what that is? What? Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm about to blow your mind. Let me share my screen. You all said no. What? Okay, hold on. I gotta go into my virtual office. Okay, you guys need to go and, okay, here's the top thing, right? Orders and contacts, message center. Now it's going to ask you to choose 3 different things: host, retail, customer, or contact. I usually just leave them all. Then you say run report. Now it's going to pull up every single customer that's ever purchased from you, ever, or hosted a party, anybody. Some people unsubscribe, that's fine. Then you're going to come over here to this purple envelope. Click the purple envelope. It's going to come up with all of the contacts, and you get see all the contacts. Then you get to choose it's like the picture that comes up on the top, whatever you want. And then you just, I'm not going to send this for real, but you guys, our Christmas or holiday collection is coming tomorrow. So what are you going to do? You're going to email your customers and tell them what kind of deal you're doing. You're going to tell them all of this stuff. Okay. So inside here, you're going to be like, did you know? And then you're going to type whatever you want here. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh, look at how amazing these are. Now, the thing is, you can only attach 2 different pictures. So sucky, but you can attach those there. Write your whole thing. Now, this is important. Right here where it says send emails, click 1 time, okay? If you click more than 1 time, it's going to take time to process and think and all that. If you click more than 1 time, it sends them more than 1 time. Trust me, I've sent 8 to people before, okay? So you click 1 time and then it goes to all of your contacts. Tell me tomorrow how many new customers or new orders you get because you sent an email. Send emails. Yeah, Paula. Do I need to unmute you?
No, I got it. Sorry. Can you include the link to your most recent party link and stuff like that in the body of the?
Yes. There's a link thing. There's a link. You can bold it. You can make it all whatever you want. Flowdesk is what I use. I'll show you. Hold on. Flowdesk is what I use because I'm a little bit anal about branding. But if you just want to get a cut, something out to your customers, do that because it has everybody. Because you have to export your customers and put them into Flowdesk. Okay, hold on. I'm going to share. So this is the email that I have added everybody to. Let me go back. Oh, design email. Here it is. So this is the email that I have created for my customers that I'm sending tomorrow as soon as it launches. Okay. So this is what I'm doing. But you easily could put this same wording into that email that you have from the back office. Okay. So this is mine. I talk about what kind of deal I'm going to do. And I have a gazillion sets. So I'm doing for every buy 3, get 1 tomorrow. I'm going to send them 2 additional mystery sets. So that's buy 3, get 3. Okay. And then I have a shopping thing. And then I talk about joining me because You guys, you have an audience now that you are emailing. You might as well tell them what this opportunity is, okay? And then I talk about my VIP group, and that's it, okay? So that's the email that I'm sending, but you could just send this here. See this little link thing? That's where you're gonna put your link. Sometimes I put my link a few times because what I found is sometimes when you do the link and you press, it just doesn't work. So to do the link a couple times inside of your email, okay? If you're doing any sort of discount or giveaway or anything tomorrow, tell your customers by emailing them. I can't believe you guys have never done this. Okay, teaching you all the things today. All right, what else was I gonna say? Okay, the last thing I want you to do. So I have like 3 things that I wanted you to do. It's like 3 homework things, right? What was the first thing? Go live. You thought I forgot. Go live on your personal page sometime before Sunday. And you guys, after you go live, get the link for it. And Tiffany's going to make a post inside your team page, like I'm making her, and then post the link for your live video so that we can all just go over there and give you love, because I know it's hard. Okay. And we'll all go comment. So go live on your personal page. You need to be doing a live application or a sample application. Talk through it. Show people exactly what it is. Make sure you have a sample form to link to so that they will ask for a sample, and make sure you have your website. It's perfect day to do it tomorrow because of the winter launch, because then you could talk about it too, because you need something to talk about, right? The second thing is I want you to do a 7-second scroll on each other's Facebook pages. It's okay if your Facebook looks like a hot mess right now. You're going to do a 7-second scroll now. Maybe in a month, you'll do another one. Like, oh, look how much your page has grown. Look at the interaction that you're getting. Like, pay attention to the posts that you're getting a lot of interaction on. I feel like I can do a part 2 of this because I have like way more tips about like personal page and things like that. But, and then the third thing I want you to do is to get a Post-it note, and I want you to write on it in all caps, I am a recruiting boss! Exclamation mark. And I want you to put it on your computer or your mirror or wherever you are. And I want you to say it out loud to yourself every single day. I am a recruiting boss. And you were going to say it until you believe it and people are joining you. You got it, friends? Okay, I think that's it. Make sure, okay, I'm just going to give you one little more tip. If you post something on your personal page about the Color Street opportunity, you need to have some sort of call to action on the bottom of it, okay? You want them to do something at the end of the post. So if I made a post that was a business blessing and I want them to join my considering group, which is called Consider Becoming a Stylist with Threefold United. Like if I want them to go there, I'm going to say that at the bottom of the post. Like or comment below if you would like more information. Click this link to go to my whatever it is on the bottom. Now pay attention to anybody who likes or comments. Those are the people that you're going to follow up with. If someone likes or comments that post that you made, that's a business blessing post, sharing some sort of blessing about this business, could be anything. I want you to message those people. This is not being spammy, you guys. I promise. They have already interacted with your post. All you're going to say is, thank you so much for your support on my post today. It means so much to me, period. You will see who is actually watching you, who is actually interested by their response. If they don't say anything, it's okay. They still did support you by doing that. And you really are thankful that they did. But you are going to have people who are like, oh my gosh, I have been watching you and I'm just so proud of what you're doing. I would love more information. You don't even have to do anything. They want more information. Or they're like, I have been thinking about trying this nail polish for days. Thank you for messaging me. I need a sample, whatever it is. All you're saying, thank you so much for your support with my post today. It means so much to me, period. Okay. All right. I think that's all I got for you guys. It's a lot, so you might have to replay this, but I think if you do these things, you will see an increase in the people that want to join you. It will not be overnight, you guys. Don't expect that today. Well, I mean, I don't know, maybe if you go live tomorrow and someone wants to join you, that's amazing. But like the things that you're doing today, the reason why it's so important for you to be consistent today is because this is what's going to push your business forward through the coming months. And if you want to have sales in January, then you have to be doing the things now in order to get there. All right. Is there any questions that you guys have maybe? Or anything? I should look through comments. How many of you guys are going to send an email tomorrow? All of you, right? You guys, I have people who have purchased from me before from like random whatever, and who are not a part of my VIP group, who are always ordering when I send an email. Like you have to do all the things. So what I always say is, if you're going to have a sale, you need to post it in your VIP group. You need to go live in your VIP group and talk about whatever that is. Like tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a buy 3, get 3 free. So I'm going to make a post about it. I'm going to go live in my VIP group about it, and I'm going to send an email about it. You have to reach all the people, right? Some people want to read a post. Some people will never see that post because Facebook hates them. And then some people will only read their email, and some people will only look at the live video. So you have to reach all the people in all the different ways. Recruiting, if you want to see success in recruiting, you have to be consistent in all the things for the business. Okay.
Julie, I was going to ask, when you were scrolling through your personal page, my hardest thing with posting on my personal page is I feel like everyone wants to see selfies, and I hate posting pictures of myself.
They do.
Do you recommend that people post selfies?
Yes.
For that
I think if you are going to post a business blessing, you have got to put a post of yourself. And you know what? I know it's awkward. It still is awkward for me, especially when I'm looking like a hot mess and I'm like, I don't want to post. I don't have any makeup on. I don't have anything. People relate to hot mess. Trust me. Like, it's okay to show that. And some of my best posts have been me looking like a total bum. But they have to see, they're not going to know, like, and trust you unless they see who you are. So you have to like actually share who you are. But if showing a selfie of yourself or a picture of yourself is scary, do it like, once a week instead of like every day. Just throw it in there. I like to do those business blessing posts on Sunday nights, because usually that's when people are scrolling their feed and they're like looking for something that will distract them from having to go back to work on Monday. And so Sundays are a great time, but really whatever is going to be the best for you. But the point is that you need to be consistent on your personal page and in your VIP group. You need to be consistently posting on each every day. Okay. And I know you have a Instagram that is basically all nail stuff, and that's great, but I really would love for you to throw in some personal posts too.
Me?
All of you.
Oh. Yeah, I'm bad at posting on my personal page. I'm trying to get better, but sorry. Lady leaders, you have to stop commenting right now. There's too many notifications.
I know, mine too.
They're just talking about how awesome training is. So I was going to say, when you were talking about being a hot mess, I actually have seen one of yours, and the first thing I thought was, oh, she's just like me.
See?
So true. Like, to me, you're this like idol that sits up here, and when you post stuff like that, it's like, oh, she's cool. She's just like me. She doesn't
totally
every day, and she wears her hair in a bun and wears a sweatshirt.
Yes.
So yeah, you're right.
And I have like gray hair, and my hair is like, it's.
I don't want to talk about my gray hairs. No
it's
problem.
like it's you people have. I know that it's scary, you guys, and you might be like, why do people care about that? But I promise that it does work. And I like to think of my personal Facebook page, because truly, if this is your business, if this is what you are wanting to do, like, this is my full-time job. My husband is home full-time with me. This is what we do, right? This is my business. So when you see me in person, you're going to be like, that's not the same person, because I'm like timid and not, it's scared. I'm scared all the time. But like on my personal page, I consider that my storefront. So if people are wanting to purchase from me, like, my personal Facebook page is no longer my posting zone for my kids and like all of the things that people mostly put on Facebook. It is my storefront. So anything that I'm posting on my personal page has like, I don't overthink it, but like, there's a reason why I'm posting something that's funny, and if you guys post something really good and you see like super engagement, and like, I don't know if it's like some kind of funny meme or something, and people are like loving it, make sure that the post that you post after that out on your personal page is a business blessing or something about the business that you're telling them to do something. because that is the most people are going to see it if you post right after that. Okay.
Because algorithms are high.
Mm-hmm. Not
And
right.
I was gonna ask, oh,
but
I was gonna ask another question about your, talking about going live on your personal page and giving me a full-on panic attack. Is there, because I know a lot of people are like, I'll just record a video and post it.
nope.
Thoughts on that? Go into that.
Okay. Facebook loves you going live.
No.
No, Facebook loves you going live the most. So it's going to push out your live video the most for people. Now, like I would say in parties, if you can't go live in a party, like you can post a video as a secondary option, but on your personal page, like if you're going, I mean, you guys got to show your face and you got to show yourself putting the nails on. Sorry, but you have to. And I know sometimes I've done lives where I show my face for only like the first few minutes and then I turn the camera around and I'm showing my nails, and that's okay too. But I think people need to see you and engage with you in order for them to want to do something. So make it quick. Tell them like a couple times in the beginning, like, hey guys, it's Julie Cruz. I'm going to share with you a little bit about why I love Color Street. And then the whole time, like you have to repeat yourself, like say it again. Like if you're just joining me, like we're talking about Color Street. Did you know this was 100% nail polish in the form of strip? Look how easy this is. Like whatever it is that you're trying to say, like it's, you guys, we all suck at something in the beginning, right? You're not going to be good at this the very first time that you do it. In fact, you'll probably be bad at it. Okay. It's okay. We're all going to be bad at it together. Like, don't overthink it. I want you guys to post, maybe even if you're like in a little like cohort thread with like 5 of your best friends or whatever, they'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go live right now. I need you guys to be there so that you can be my moral support. Just, that's fine. Who cares if 3 people show? Doesn't matter, because you know what? That video is going to now post on your personal page and people can watch it in a replay. And then make sure on that actual post in the comments, you're writing where they can go for a sample, where they can go to if they want to purchase the nails. Where they can go if they want to go to your VIP group. Talk about your VIP group. Talk about how awesome your VIP group is. Talk about, you can't say that publicly, by the way, that you do deals, but you can just say like, we have so much fun. You can't really talk about anything else, but just say we have a lot of fun. It's like my group to have like all my girlfriends in. We do lots of girls' night ins. Like we do play games. You could say that. Play games, things like that. Talk, like if you're scared to talk, like, oh, did you know, like we have an amazing holiday collection coming out today. Oh, I know it's still October, but I'm already thinking about Christmas or whatever it is. Like, just don't overthink it, guys. Just talk, share a little bit about you. You know what? That story that you just told me about how you joined, that's a great post. That's a great video for you guys to go live about. That's a great post for you. See, I could talk all night. Sorry, it's been an hour. That's a great post for you guys to be like starting a post that, did you know 18 months ago I joined Color Street? Have some sort of engaging first sentence. Like, and then go into your story about how, because I promise you guys, you share your story about how you needed something in your life for your family because your husband lost his job and you needed something. And so you sought out Color Street, and 18 months ago, whatever it is, sharing your actual story is going to change someone's life, but they're never going to know unless you share it. So sharing that in a post, or maybe you go live if you're feeling really amazing after you go live the first time, you can be like sharing your story. I've done that, sharing your story on Color Street and how it's changed your life. Like, make sure you're putting the income disclosure statement though, if you're talking about any of that monetary stuff. But anyway, I'll just go back in your guys' page and answer questions later if you guys have any.
Hey, how vulnerable is too vulnerable? Because I struggle with that too. It's like, is this too deep, or is this too much for a Facebook personal page? Because I start to type out my story and then I'm like, and I just delete it all.
No,
Nobody wants to see that.
the only person that, I mean, unless it's like crude, like it's not, I promise you, no matter what you're talking about. Like I have girls on my team who struggle with like PCOS, and they talk about that journey and like what is going on in their life and how it's so hard for them. Or one girl on my team talked about endometriosis today. Like it had nothing to do with Color Street, but people are getting to know her. And you know what? That is going to help someone else. I think if you are constantly thinking on your personal page, I want to add value. I want to add value to the people who are following me. I want to share something that is of value with them. You're never going to feel spammy and gross about anything, because all you're saying is like, look, my hair looks like I live in Texas because it's so huge, and I use this dry shampoo or this texturizing spray. You guys need it. Like, that's, people are happy that you're sharing something that you love. And that's what we have to think about with Color Street. Like, do we all love Color Street? Yes. We wouldn't be on this call today if we didn't love it. We wouldn't be talking about it if we didn't love it. So why are we scared to share what we love with someone when we're selling it? But we'll share the shampoo that we never make a dime off of, right? So we have to change our mindsets. We have to think about this in like a positive way. And if you struggle with mindset, then you need to read more personal development. You need to have that constantly running in your head. Tell yourself that you are a recruiting boss, and those things will start to happen. You'll start to believe it. Okay. I just keep talking. Sorry.
So good.
I'm a recruiting boss. You guys need to tell yourself that. And I want to see like all the pictures, like seriously, take a picture of it. Yes. Okay. That's all I have. I don't know. I might have missed comments. Sorry, guys, but you can always.
It's a lot. It's okay.
Yeah, there was a lot. And I asked a lot of
forever.
questions. Okay. That's all. I hope you
Thank
guys.
you so much, Julie.
Yes. Hope
That
you
was
guys have a
incredible.
great night.
You
It's fun
too.
chatting. I got a little fired up. So
No, I appreciate it.
have fun with all the challenges.
I wrote them all down. So I have a feeling you're going to keep me accountable since you're
I
on.
will.
Okay. Anybody have any final thoughts before we close out? Good.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Julie, for your time and your amazing tips and your story for being vulnerable, because it definitely spoke to me a little bit. So appreciate you very much.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.